The topic we're about to address is a super fun one, pain. And we are going to just hopefully be able to distinguish between pain and suffering in running. Because as we challenge our bodies, we will feel pain. That is a part of running. That's a part of challenging your body. But actually the physical process that's happening is as you are running, you're producing micro tears in your muscles. And then the adaptation that happens is that as your muscle heals, it becomes stronger and adapts to the demand of exercise. Now, the same thing is going to happen in your brain. So the pain of running is inevitable, but we don't have to suffer. And I want to talk about the distinction between the two. So as we focus on and resist that pain, we add suffering to the mix in running. And that's what we want to kind of help you be able to distinguish. So if one of the ways that we can do that is if we approach the pain with gratitude, and we can kind of even actually kind of visualize what's happening, like, oh, my muscles are starting to feel fatigued. This is awesome because I think that's going to make me stronger. Now contrast that with a thought that says something like, oh, I just want to die. This hurts so bad. So then you've entered into the territory of suffering rather than just having pain. So if we intentionally choose our thoughts in a workout or a race, we get to decide the role that pain is going to take in our brains. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples and then of pain that is like inevitably going to happen as you challenge your body and as you try and take yourself to new heights. And then an example of when we cross over into suffering. And hopefully that you'll be able to kind of stay in that pain and that kind of neutral spot of pain and not descend into suffering, because suffering doesn't help any of us in our performance or our enjoyment of the sport that we love. So one example that we have is that you could be going up a hill and hills are challenging. So you could think, this hill hurts, I'm tired, and that's okay. Or you could go ahead and assign meaning to that and say, I shouldn't be struggling up this hill. I run hills all the time. It shouldn't hurt this bad. And then the energy becomes a lot different. And you're going to actually start to feel more fatigue. You're going to feel kind of tied up in knots about why you shouldn't be struggling up the hill. And you've added suffering and you've added a lot of drama to the situation that didn't need to be there. If you had just embraced the fact that it's difficult to climb a hill when you're running, that's a lot better situation than adding a lot of drama and suffering to the equation. So another thought that you could have is that can think about how much stronger I'm becoming instead of thinking, I wish this was over. Because one way to make it last a lot longer is to lament how long it's taking. So instead, you can just sort of practice a little bit of mindfulness, be in the moment, accept the pain, think, okay, I'm getting stronger. I will be better the next time I run because of this experience, instead of saying, I just cannot wait for this to be over. The other examples that we have is, I'm gaining strength where I need it. So we tend to have different imbalances as runners. Sometimes it's a hamstring or a hip flexor, an IT band, and sometimes we'll start to feel those, and we can start to feel really resistant to that pain as we're running. So instead of thinking, this hurts so bad, I wish my hamstrings were stronger, you could then change the thought to, I'm gaining strength where I need it. That must be why my hamstrings are getting fatigued, is because they're getting stronger. So another one that's common is people will be really winded and they think, oh, my cardio is struggling. But instead of thinking, I'm so winded, you could think, oh, my cardio must be improving. So that's the invitation that we have for you in this exercise, is to determine which thoughts are accepting the pain of growth and the pain of improving, and which thoughts are adding suffering and drama to your run. So have fun thinking about pain.